This is gonna be a simple, short video about moving the hams I'm curing, well, the two of them, one step forward in the curing process. I'm taking them out of salt today. Here's my old fridge I bought for $50 just for this purpose. First I need to take out this bacon, which is done with its salting process as well. And then there's two big hams, the rear hams, and the two smaller hams. The front hams, we're going to take out those small ones. We're going to rinse all of this off. These hams have been in salt for just over 2 days per kilogram, which from what I can tell is a pretty standard number of days. Pretty much completely covered with salt. Plus we've packed around the bone here. The bone is what tends to spoil, so around the bone here and around the bone here, which is exposed. First we'll deal with this bacon. Washed all the salt off, and then I'm just going to dry it down with paper towels as well as I can in a few minutes. What we're doing by washing off the salt is basically halting this curing process, or not letting it go any further, not letting this bacon get any more salty. And what I'm going to do with the bacon is smoke it, I hope, hopefully in a few days. I don't have a great plan for that, but I'm just putting a nice coating of pepper on it, which will rub in, and then that's going to go back in the fridge with those larger hams for a couple days. And I've been studying this. It's a lot harder to go wrong with bacon. All this meat is just salt cured. I mean, there's sugar in the bacon, but the hams are salt only, no nitrates. And I've become confident. It's kind of something you have to come to. I've become confident with whole muscle cures. That is not salami or bologna or anything. I've become confident with whole muscle cures that you can do it safely with just salt. It's not officially recommended in the US by any of the US health organizations, but I will say in Italy, I've never seen a recipe from Italy for prosciutto or pancetta, Italian bacon, that uses nitrates. Never. They don't use nitrates in Italian cured meats, as far as I can tell. Now these are going to go back in the fridge, stacked apart if I can so they can dry out, but they're going to go on top of those larger hams. And that is because you actually want your hams to be compressed some and pressed, and when you look at this you'll see how it's actually pretty flat there, much flatter than when it started, and that's because it's had the weight of the bacon sitting on it. And that helps push moisture out and get blood out from along the bone there, which is where you have spoilage primarily. Now for drying these hams. I want to get as much moisture off as we can right now. And the other thing I'm going to do is work it from both sides and try to press any blood that I can out of these arteries. You don't want blood sitting in there. The blood's what spoils. Blood is the perfect medium to grow bacteria in. I'm not seeing much blood come out. Pretty happy with that. I had a little scare kind of a moment ago because as I pulled this meat out, I got this awful whiff of rotten meat, but it was not the hams, it was the my maggot bucket down the hill that I'm using to feed the chickens. I'll show you that in a video here in the next few days. It's more intense than I thought it would be. But it's definitely not this meat. This meat smells really good. Traditionally in Italy, one of the big tests for whether a ham has gone bad is an inspector goes and walks through a whole warehouse of hams and takes a horse bone needle and stabs it to the bone in each ham and smells it. And that's how they check to make sure they've not gone bad. Even in a good ham house, you can have I think 5% losses. Pretty significant number will actually rot, and we have to get rid of those. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have one go bad. All right, they're pretty dry, and this next step, I'm gonna pepper them. Is not traditional, but that's what I'm gonna do. Try to make sure flies stay off of them. Traditionally these would be hung just in open air, but I'm gonna actually put them in bags because they're going in the house and it'll look a little better. And I don't know if I really left enough to tie here. Fortunately, these are one size fits all because these are tiny little hams. And these will fit quite large hams as well. Grab this and pull on here so I can tie it nice and tight right around here.
And can I do that?
In a minute, watch what we're going to do. We're going to fold this over like this and make a loop. We're going to tie it really nice and tight.
Are you going to carry it by your back?
No, I won't carry it by my back. I'll show you what we're going to do. That you'll see in a minute, okay? Push hard on the string and then pull towards you. Now we're going to cut this part too. Good job. Now we're going to cut this part too. Wait, I don't want to cut the bag, so reach over. Just like it. Pull up and slide it out.
Oh.
All right, these are ready to go into the house. Next step in the process is actually drying, and we want these to lose a total of 30 to 40% of their weight before the finished long kind of aging process. So we're going to be watching their weight over the next weeks. This may take months, but we want them to lose 40% of their weight before we seal them off with lard and stuff. So I weighed these babies consulting my little homestead journal, and they've lost about 6 ounces each. They're hanging right here in the kitchen for now. It's above the kitchen sink, which may or may not be ideal. We'll have to watch the humidity in here and watch their weight loss. Yes, mold will grow on them, flies will land on them, but if they don't rot from the core, they will probably turn out amazing. I hope to wait 3 years on at least one of these to have a fully aged prosciutto. All right, thanks for joining us. It's been another great day on the homestead, and we'll see you really soon. Hope you enjoyed this one. Bye.